who's who on that Superman mural in the Hall of Justice Part 4. We get to start with the Phantom Lady and her complicated publication history. Like many on the mural, she was originally a Quality Comics character. She debuted in Police Comics #1 in 1941, same as she was Plastic Man. She was Sandra Knight, the daughter of a senator, and she fought crime/espionage, However, very quickly she'd bounce around ownership-wise, moving from Quality to Fox Feature Syndicate. And when she was drawn by Matt Baker, she'd become one of the iconic images of good girl art. She was actually used in Frederick Wertham's Seduction of the Innocent, the cover specifically from issue 17 of The Phantom Lady, from the year 1948. Her DC debut would be in 1973 in Justice League 107, and there she's a member of the Freedom Fighters. There she's wearing the version of the costume you see on the mural, and the Freedom Fighters comic gave her an origin. Her dad was nearly assassinated and she stopped it, and that's why she fights crime. I don't know, I kind of liked the Just Cuz board origins, maybe because it aligns with when I ship her with the Shade. She's another character who has legacy, other characters take on that mantle, and she's also later retconned to being Starman Ted Knight's cousin. Now beside her we have the Atomic Knight, Gardner Grail, who debuted in DC Comics Presents number 57 from 1983, but also in Strange Adventures 117 from 1960. It'll make sense in a moment. In the later story, Gardner was a sergeant chosen for a virtual reality experiment to see how people would react in a post-nuclear war world. In an isolation tank, he imagined himself leading a group of Atomic Knights. The Atomic Knights were actually a classic concept from Strange Adventures. This comic's kind of recontextualizing those adventures as having them happen in virtual reality, although also sometimes they're said to be another Earth. However, in this origin, his mind takes over the program and nearly nukes the world, and Superman has to stop him. He emerges and becomes a hero in his own right. Now beside him, we have Freedom Beast. We're skipping over Bwana and going right to Dominic. Freedom Beast is Dominic Ndawe, who debuted in Animal Man number 13 in 1989, which makes him a post-crisis character, one of the few on this mural. He's an activist who opposed apartheid, and he was actually going to be killed for it when he's saved by Mike Maxwell, aka Bwana Beast, as he's been chosen as the Beast's successor. He gives him the elixir, the magic helmet, so then he has the ability to control animals and also fuse them together into scary, sometimes creepy hellbeasts. Dominic was at one point a member of the Global Guardians, and in later canons, post-New 52, he's one of the Guardians of the Red, the force that connects animal life in the DC universe. Now beside him, we have Wildcat, Ted Grant. He debuted in Sensation Comics #1 in 1942. Wildcat's cool because he's essentially just a regular guy. He originally grew up in the Great Depression and became a heavyweight boxer, even though he wanted to study medicine. He's later framed for murder, and when he's on the run, he learns about Green Lantern, and he's inspired by him to become a vigilante. And after he's able to solve his own situation, he keeps on doing it. He eventually ends up on the JSA alongside Green Lantern. He's just living his best life, trying his best, dating Hippolyta for a little bit. He also has legacy characters who take on his mantle. And later lore adds a Magic 9 Lives element to him. We could squeeze one more in, but let's just wrap it all up in part 5. We'll catch the vibe of who we covered in this part. Who's your favorite? My Phantom Lady bias is clear, but who do you like?